Hrothgar, a name whispered on the wind, a name etched in the sagas. He was a Viking king, strong and brave. He ruled the land with wisdom. His people loved him. Hrothgar was born under a sky full of stars. The northern lights danced. It was a sign of a great destiny. A king was born that night. Even as a baby, Hrothgar was strong. He never cried. He looked at the world with curiosity. His eyes, blue as the summer sky, held a spark. This spark was the mark of a true leader. Hrothgar's father, King Bjorn, was a fearsome warrior. He taught his son the ways of battle. Hrothgar learned to wield an axe and shield. He learned the stories of his ancestors. But a shadow fell over Hrothgar's childhood. A rival clan, the Wolfings, threatened Bjorn's kingdom. The Wolfings were fierce and ruthless, led by the cunning Ivar the Boneless. The Wolfings attacked when Hrothgar was just a boy. The battle was long and bloody. King Bjorn fought bravely, but he fell in battle. The Wolfings were victorious. Hrothgar was forced to flee into hiding. Hrothgar found refuge with a wise old hermit. The hermit taught him about the gods, about courage, and about leadership. Hrothgar grew stronger. He learned to be patient, to strategize, and to inspire others. While in hiding, Hrothgar never forgot his people. He heard stories of their suffering under the Wolfings' cruel rule. A fire burned in his heart. He yearned to free his people and avenge his father. One night, Hrothgar had a dream. The god Odin appeared to him. Odin was a powerful god, the god of war and wisdom. Odin told Hrothgar that he was destined to be a great king. He gave Hrothgar his blessing. Inspired by his dream, Hrothgar returned to his people. He rallied them to fight against the Wolfings. Hrothgar was a natural leader. He inspired his people with his courage and his vision for a free kingdom. The final battle took place on a windswept plain. Hrothgar fought with the strength of 10 men. His axe flashed like lightning. He led his people to victory, finally defeating Ivar the Boneless and the Wolfings. With the Wolfings vanquished, Hrothgar was crowned king. He was a true Viking king, strong and brave. His people rejoiced. They knew they were safe under his rule. Section 5. A King's Wisdom. King Hrothgar rebuilt his kingdom. He built great halls for feasting and storytelling. He built strong walls to protect his people. He ruled with wisdom and fairness, always putting the needs of his people first. King Hrothgar knew that strength came not only from might, but also from unity. He forged alliances with neighboring clans. He married a beautiful and wise queen from a powerful clan, further solidifying his position. Hrothgar's reign was a time of peace and prosperity. His people flourished under his rule. They sang songs of his bravery and wisdom. Hrothgar's name became a legend, whispered with respect and admiration throughout the land. Section 6. Echoes on the Wind. But even the bravest kings faced challenges. One day a terrible beast emerged from the darkness. It was called Grendel, a creature of shadow and rage. Grendel terrorized Hrothgar's people, attacking his hall and killing his warriors. Hrothgar fought against Grendel, but even his strength was not enough. He needed help. A hero arrived from across the sea, a young warrior named Beowulf. Beowulf was said to be the strongest man alive. Beowulf faced Grendel in a fierce battle. The hall shook with their fury. In the end, Beowulf defeated the monster, ripping off its arm as a trophy. But Grendel's mother, even more fearsome, sought revenge. Section 7. The Legacy of Hrothgar. Beowulf, with Hrothgar's guidance, descended into Grendel's lair. He battled the monstrous mother and emerged victorious. The land was free from the creature's terror. Hrothgar, though aging, showed immense gratitude towards Beowulf. He rewarded him with treasures and praised his courage. Hrothgar, a seasoned king, saw in Beowulf the qualities of a great leader. Hrothgar ruled for many years after Grendel's defeat. He remained a strong and wise king, always remembering the lessons he had learned. He taught these lessons to Beowulf, imparting the wisdom of a seasoned ruler to a rising hero. Section 8. The Bard's Song. Hrothgar's hair turned silver, then white as snow. He grew old, but his spirit remained strong. He knew his time as king was coming to an end. He chose a worthy successor from his kin. a leader who would rule with courage and wisdom. One cold night, as the northern lights shimmered outside, Hrothgar breathed his last. He died peacefully in his sleep, surrounded by his loved ones. His people mourned him deeply. They knew they had lost a great king. Hrothgar's legend lived on, passed down through generations. Bards sang songs of his deeds, his courage, and his wisdom. His story inspired Vikings for centuries to come. Section 9. Hrothgar's heirs. Hrothgar's name became a symbol of courage, wisdom, and leadership. His legacy lived on, not only in the stories, but in the hearts of his people. The kings that followed him, inspired by his example, strived to rule with justice and strength. Centuries later, when Vikings sailed the seas, exploring new lands, they carried Hrothgar's story with them. It reminded them of their heritage, their courage, and their capacity for greatness. Hrothgar, the boy who had once fled for his life, became a legend. His tale reminds us that even in the darkest of times, hope and courage can prevail. Just like the northern lights that danced on the night of his birth, Hrothgar's story continues to illuminate the spirit of the Vikings.